Welcome to this overview and review of SSSWango. This is a slingshot options trading strategy for swing trading. We're using the day bars for the traditional swing, and we're using options instead of stock, and we're using a creative new approach to a method, a strategy, and mixed with an indicator that has been around for a while, but you don't really see, many people using it or talking about it because they just probably don't know how to use it well. But I took it and I worked a little, this and that on it, and I developed a creative new approach, which has become stunningly profitable in terms of results. Now I'm going to go over to the presentation page, and you can come to slingshotoptions.com for more information if you're not on the site here. And here's some info. Probably need to beef that up. But anyways, the bottom line is the performance. So we ran this performance in terms of taking all the trades in a row, although this is presented as a strategy, whereas you would look to use it to optimize your juiciest of opportunities from what you deem to be a trade you want to trade. And also this is a method that we use the Fibonacci channel, and so we have discovered some cool aspects about it that has cracked the code as in terms of what you're seeing here. Now, what this represents here is the trades taken in a row, as I mentioned before. I remember what I was going to say. It's a strategy. It means that you have this ability to put on this method, and this is we call a cycle. So you can have one cycle. You can actually have overlapping cycles, which can show more trades and actually highlight what trades may be more powerful than others to optimize even further. And so with this method, you are basically creating out into the future money-making points. So if you really think about that, that's pretty amazing. It's like you have with this method a treasure map, okay, that's going to point you into the future, and you're going to know ahead of time where this treasure is, so you can go pop an option position on at the right time, and we give you the entry and the profit-taking exit stop loss point as well. And you can go position yourself to just grab one of these opportunities. Here's a cycle, and the cycles will depend on how this indicator is placed. It can be placed for a short term. It can be placed on a bigger picture, a type of scenario. All right, and here's a 4-month span here on Google. Here's looks like a 6-month span here. Maybe 7-month span. Right. So, and you can see here numbers. Most of them were rounded down. There's a couple that still had a decimal in there, but anyways, you can get a picture. And so you can get a picture of the profitability by going to the end of this tabulation, the end of this series of trades into this tabulation of, here's Facebook. Now, of course, you look at a stock like Facebook, moves a lot slower than Apple even, and Apple is pretty much a slow mover, but moves, plenty fine for profitability with the options. And Google, can move around pretty well. And, options are just more expensive there. You have all sorts of stocks. Eventually you're going to find your sweet spot stocks that you're going to like to play, and you're just going to focus on those, right? You may have your favorite stocks in mind. These are just popular names here. I'm not saying that these are ideal, although Apple and Google are pretty good. They've been pretty good for trading traditionally. Facebook is a little stodgy, all right? But, they came out with some heavy-duty offerings, floats, stock floats, numbers of shares. I remember that IPO. So we have here stock points, options points. So what does that represent? Here's the cycle. So 10 contracts, 50 contracts, 100 contracts. Yes, that was left out of the copy over. So you can see 10, 50, and 100 contracts. 10, 50, and 100 contracts. So let's say the option's about, roughly 6 weeks out. It's going to be about 230-ish. Okay, just slightly out of the money option on Apple. So 10 contracts would cost you about 10 grand. I'm sorry, 10 contracts would cost you about 2 grand, $2,300, right? So then, 50 contracts would be 5 times that, right? And so, your position size will be just a certain fraction that you'll optimize according to the strategy or your winning percentage combined with your drawdown series of your strategy you're trading. You'll figure that out. That's a personal thing, figuring out your winning percentage over time. So, and if you just saw any price there, we can change the price anytime. So, that's not a quoted price. I think I scrolled down too far. Anyway, so you can see this is a method that you can use on demand, and you look to work up. Now, this type of strategic approach fits certain personality types. Certain folks just don't like to trade systems. They don't like the confinement of it. They don't like the boringness of it. Okay, so granted, systems trading can be the most stable way to trade, and cerebral here. You are more engaged and involved. You have to go anticipate your opportunities. You have to go put on the actual contraption that's going to show you where the money map is. And so, it's just another way of getting used to. And when you get used to this method, it's going to add some confidence because you have another way of trading the markets that's really neat and really creative and quite precise, as you can see here. And also, you're going to understand price action a lot better. This fib channel indicator, along with you'll also want to check out FibFo2 with the fib fan. You're going to see some amazing, crazy, mind-blowing things as you start to crack the code on the matrix of price action of what's going on behind the scenes with price. You're going to think, whoa, is it? You're going to start thinking of that Matrix movie maybe. So you're gonna wonder, whoa, it's like going according to a plan or something. So as you understand that Matrix more, you can get a better understanding for positioning yourself better and better. Now, also you can understand when you have Matrix and certain overlapping setups, you understand that overlapping setups can also be kind of a form of extra energizing of an opportunity, therefore offering you a potential more juicy move. It's a concept that you may want to think about. So, look, I'm of the school of thought at this point where the more you understand about the markets, the better you're going to position yourself out into the future. You may not use every system or strategy, but it's going to help you. It's going to help you respond to different market changing events. The more you understand and digest and get used to, the more you're going to know what's going to work and what's going to for you. Okay, and the more you're going to know or be able to use to respond to the markets out in the future. So this will reduce your overall emotional level more and more, give you more and more confidence, peace. Okay, that peace mindset is very helpful in your trading, and so you are going to be better prepared to meet the markets, but also you're going to get a lot of ideas that you're going to be able to use to start putting together your own mega system over time. And that's the type of system that you put together, just like or in the similar vein of Richard Dennis and his turtle trading system, the one he took and applied to turn $400 into $200 million. All right, so if you're interested in this, then scroll below, click add to cart, and start studying. Start practicing it. Own it, okay? Own it as in like by learning, practicing, and doing. And practice historically. You can even get this down pretty well by practicing historically by historical paper trading is a concept I've come up with where you take the charts and you use the right arrow key and respond. And so you get this down, and it's just going to add another weapon to your arsenal, another color to your palette, another move to your repertoire, okay? And so, therefore, if you have any questions, let us know, but it's fairly straightforward. Just click the Add to Cart button to get started. If you're not on the site, come to slingshotoptions.com. Thank you.